I'm not one to get scared easily. I've always been a skeptic, the kind who scoffs at ghost stories and brushes off strange sounds as the house settling. But there are some things you can't just explain away. This all started about a year ago when I moved into an old house in a small town. It was charming, with creaky floors and a bit of a musty smell that you'd expect from a century-old place. I loved it, felt like it had character. After a couple of weeks, I started noticing odd little things. Not like paranormal things, but weird things all the same. I'd hear faint scratching sounds in the walls, especially at night. I thought it was rats or maybe some birds nesting in the attic, but the sounds were a little too rhythmic, like tapping. It'd start and stop, almost as if it was timed. One night, around 2 a.m., I woke up to a whisper. At first, I thought I was dreaming, but I kept hearing it. Faint, just barely audible, like someone was speaking from the other side of a wall. My heart was racing as I got out of bed, straining to hear. Then silence. A few days later, I was in the basement looking for some tools. The basement had this old, musty smell, the kind that clings to your clothes. But as I was down there, I heard it again. The whispering, clearer this time. It was coming from behind an old wooden shelf built into the wall. It was faint but unmistakable, and for the first time, I actually heard words. They were saying, "Let me out." I backed away slowly, my mind racing. Who or what was asking to be let out? I knew it was crazy, but the more I thought about it, the more the idea of someone living in my walls seemed possible. Maybe it was someone from long ago who'd been trapped down here, or a story of revenge or madness. All I knew was that every time I was alone, I felt watched. So one night I decided to take action. I brought a flashlight, gloves, and a crowbar to the basement and moved that old shelf away from the wall. Behind it, there was a faint outline of a small door. It was strange, like it had been hidden on purpose. I couldn't believe it. An actual hidden room in my house. With a shaky breath, I pried the door open. The smell that hit me was horrible, like decay and rot. I shined my flashlight into the darkness and saw bones, human bones, scattered across the floor. My mind was racing as I looked at the remains, and that's when I noticed the markings on the wall scratched in desperation. They read, "Let me out." I ran out of the basement, slamming the door behind me. I could still hear faint scratching as I stumbled back up to my room, locked the door, and just sat there, shaking. That was the last night I spent in that house. I moved out a week later, leaving everything behind. I didn't even go back to pack up. I just couldn't. But sometimes, late at night, when everything's quiet, I swear I can still hear that whisper.